September 10th, 2025. It was a warm, late summer afternoon at Utah Valley University. Students filled the main auditorium, buzzing with anticipation. Conservative activist and Turning Point USA founder Charlie Kirk was the headliner of the day, bringing his American comeback tour to the heart of Utah. Charlie Kirk was only 31 years old, young, influential, and already a controversial figure. Love him or hate him, one thing was certain. Kirk had the ability to draw a crowd. That day, he stood confidently at the podium, gesturing to his audience, firing off his characteristic mix of political commentary and motivational speech. And then, in one split second, everything changed. A gunshot cracked through the auditorium. The sound was deafening, a sharp, piercing echo that seemed to freeze time. Students gasped. Some ducked instinctively, others screamed. Charlie Kirk stumbled. He clutched at his neck, his face twisting in pain, blood seeping through his white collar. He collapsed against the podium as chaos exploded all around him. Security scrambled. Attendees screamed, rushing for the exits. Cell phones flew into the air as people tried to capture the moment, while also fleeing for their lives. First responders were called instantly. Within minutes, Kirk was carried out on a stretcher, paramedics desperately working to keep him alive as the crowd looked on in shock. The United States had just witnessed what officials would call a political assassination attempt in broad daylight. The chaos of the moment gave way to immediate urgency. Law enforcement locked down the campus. FBI agents and local police swarmed Utah Valley University, searching for the shooter. The question on everyone's mind: where did the shot come from? Forensics quickly traced the trajectory of the bullet. Investigators fanned out across rooftops surrounding the auditorium. Within hours, they made a chilling discovery: a sniper's nest. On the roof of a nearby building, agents found shell casings, a discarded water bottle, and footprints in the dust. This wasn't a random shooting. It was a carefully planned attack. Witnesses described seeing a figure on the roof dressed in all black tactical gear. Some claimed the shooter wore aviator sunglasses and carried a long rifle. The FBI immediately released a description. The manhunt had begun. For the agents working the case, one thing was certain: whoever pulled that trigger had planned it for weeks, maybe months. This was no ordinary crime. This was a direct strike at one of the most high-profile political activists in America. The FBI did something bold. Within 24 hours, they released surveillance images to the public. The pictures were grainy but unmistakable. A man dressed in black tactical clothing, a shadowed face, mostly hidden, and those signature aviator sunglasses. The images hit the news cycle like wildfire. Across America, people studied the photos, speculating about the suspect's identity. And then, the case broke wide open. It wasn't an FBI agent or a tip line that cracked the mystery. It was the suspect's own father. When he saw the images on television, his heart sank. He recognized the figure immediately, the stance, the clothes, even the way the man carried the rifle. It was his son, Tyler James Robinson, 22 years old. The father did what few could imagine. He contacted authorities. He told them he believed his son was the shooter they were hunting. This revelation stunned the FBI. A father turning in his own child, not out of anger, but out of a sense of duty, out of a desperate hope that perhaps justice could prevent further bloodshed. The FBI moved fast. With the father's tip, they traced Robinson's last known whereabouts. Early morning, September 13th, a tactical team surrounded a suburban home in Utah. Police lights flashed, agents moved in with rifles raised. Neighbors awoke to the sound of loudspeakers. "Tyler Robinson, come out with your hands up!" For a tense few minutes, there was silence. Then, the door creaked open. Tyler Robinson walked out slowly, wearing a dark hoodie. His face was pale, his expression blank. He did not resist. He was handcuffed, read his rights, and taken into custody. The news broke within minutes. The suspect in the assassination of Charlie Kirk had been captured. Inside Robinson's home, investigators found what they were looking for: a bolt-action rifle, carefully hidden. Forensic analysis later confirmed it was the weapon that fired the bullet that struck Charlie Kirk. Ballistics matched. Shell casings from the rooftop matched. Gunshot residue was found on Robinson's belongings. The case against him was damning. Forensic evidence built a chain so strong it left little room for doubt. Tyler Robinson wasn't just a suspect, he was the shooter. Robinson was charged with aggravated murder obstruction of justice, discharge of a firearm causing death. Each carried severe penalties. Prosecutors signaled they would pursue the maximum sentence, life without parole. For a 22-year-old, it meant the rest of his life behind bars. This case shook America. It wasn't just about Charlie Kirk. It was about political violence, free speech, and the growing climate of fear in the United States. From the assassinations of JFK and MLK to modern-day shootings, the U.S. has a long, painful history of political attacks. But this case, involving a young man, a sniper's rifle, and his own father turning him in, was unlike anything the country had seen in decades. Even with Robinson in custody, questions remain. Why did he do it? Was he acting alone? What was his true motive? For now, only Robinson knows the answers. The arrest of Tyler Robinson answered one question: who pulled the trigger? But the most important questions remain. If you want more chilling true crime stories like this, subscribe to Behind the Crime and join us as we uncover the secrets the world needs to hear.